Even with all our technology and the inventions that make modern life so much easier than it once was, it takes just one big natural disaster to wipe all that away and remind us that here on Earth, we're still at the mercy of nature. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
He knows a thing or two.
Yeah, he does.
Heard of him.
When it comes to science, dude,
Yeah.
I fucking...
Oh, no, I love listening to that dude talk.
He gets you like excited about science in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like almost like Bill Nye, but in such a different manner.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know exactly like how I'd describe his different manner, but yeah, no, every time he talks, I'm just like that kid cross-legged, like, wow, what's next?
Yeah, and like, oh, you know so much about everything.
How do you just know this?
How do you just know?
Like, people got a question, he's like, oh, well, actually, how?
Yeah, he's
Smart motherfucker, that's how.
He's pretty smart in some things.
Yeah.
Can't say that just because you're smart in one thing, you're smart in other things. But I'll say he's smart in science for sure.
Definitely.
Hardcore.
Definitely. I wouldn't say he's like, I don't know, the best vet there ever was. Unless he's like, well, actually.
Yeah. At nighttime, I'm a 24/7 vet.
I moonlight as a vet at a clinic. The stethoscope, that's what that was, if you didn't realize.
So, natural disasters, as we told you guys last week, what we'll be doing, we split off. So, Matt's got 4 that he'll describe and talk about. I got 4 that I'll describe and talk about. They'll be fairly quick segments just so that we can kind of cram everything in. But, you know, always time for questions and things of that nature.
Yep. Why? Because you said nature. How much time we got?
We just started, baby.
4 minutes. It's going to be a long episode, everybody.
Should be pretty good, though. I was actually pretty involved with my studying this time.
Okay, you might...
ChatGPT, thanks a lot.
you might have me beat out on the studying this time.
Dude, I'm telling you, Gung Fu, or what'd you say?
Google Fu.
Google Fu. That has nothing on ChatGPT right now.
I suppose not.
I asked the right questions, and it was like, here you go. And I was, thanks, ChatGPT.
You're the best.
Yeah, right. So much better than Siri.
Siri's just like, you bitch. I heard that.
Right? Breaks my phone.
Your phone just falls apart. Son of a bitch.
This fucking...
They really put a self-destruct feature in this fucking thing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I want my money back.
Oh, hardcore.
Now.
Especially if they just self-destructed it on their own accord.
Yeah, your phone just...
Excuse me?
Huh?
But anyways, I am Michael Lee.
And I'm Matt.
And roll that intro.
Roll it.
Big
Effin.
nerd. Oh, what happened? You said I could do an episode like that
When did I say that?
before we recorded today.
No, I didn't.
Because you were at the car. You're like, I'm here, and I was like, I forget what I said, but then you're like, well, then I'm gonna just go home and yeah. And then I said, well, what about the episode? And you said,
You do it.
do the same thing. And I was like, on the episode, I don't think YouTube and Spotify would like that.
Nah.
Yeah,
There we are.
got you in a lie, motherfucker.
All right. All right.
Suck a fat one.
What the fuck? Well, at least you're enjoying yourself. Just
Yeah.
happy to be here, you know?
Yeah, just along for the ride.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Whoa! Bitch.
go ahead, Matt. Smack me up with that fact. Yeah, I told you you'd forget every time, motherfucker.
You bitch.
Hey,
That's for being a hoe. All right. So the tallest married couple ever recorded was Anna Haining Swan, who was 7 feet 11 inches, and Martin Van Buren Bates, who was 7 feet 9 inches. Short bitch.
He's a short king, dude. Chill out.
Short king. So the fucking 7'11" and 7'9". When she gave birth, Swan's baby was 22 pounds.
What the
That's
fuck?
a huge ass baby. Just hello, I'm your baby.
He came out a full ass man already.
just fucking hello.
I'm here to fuck shit up.
Give me all your fucking pasta.
So fucking dumb.
I'm gonna be that's gonna be stuck in my head for a while.
Oh my
Give me all
God.
your fucking pasta.
Any door kicking scene.
Yeah, pasta. Put the ravioli in the bag.
7'11" and 7'9".
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
22-pound big ass fucking man child.
I don't even think they could stand up in my house.
I mean, no, they'd at least be like fucking.
No, yeah, exactly. I'm saying they couldn't
Yeah.
stand fully erect.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I saw that coming a mile away, bro. They couldn't stand fully. Here you go.
Yeah,
Erect.
just waiting I cannot imagine being that tall. That'd be fucking inconvenient. But
People that big, like, generally don't live super long, right?
that's what I've heard. I've heard because of the stretching of ligaments and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not normal for humans.
I've definitely heard a lot of like joint problems like that shit you're talking about.
Definitely big time joint problems. But also I feel like they also have a lot of blood flow problems.
I was just gonna bring up blood circulation. Yeah.
Like they probably have like cold appendages.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's the part of me that gets affected by like the cold the most is like my fucking hands.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only imagine if it took like 8 years to run from my heart down to my fucking
8 years. God damn.
It's a big motherfucker.
They are, yeah.
Big son
fucking
bitch.
tall. All right, cool. So, time to roll into this big ass topic we got going on here.
Let's do it.
I'll start off
Yes.
with something that we do not get here in California.
Mm-hmm.
That is the grand old. Well, I mean, we don't get it often, I should say. That's the grand tornadoes.
Ah, yes. Do they happen in California?
They do.
Where?
We've had a few warnings down in San Jose. Maybe near, or not San Jose. There's somewhere in that southern bay area where there's a lot of warnings of possible tornado activity. It'd be weak as fuck. It'd be
for sure.
maybe 80 miles per hour.
I mean, we'd still be like, holy shit, but it wouldn't be like
exactly.
picking up cars and shit.
We'd see the funnel.
But it wouldn't be picking up cars and houses and shit. Hopefully.
So, what creates a tornado? Or let me start off with what a tornado actually is. So, tornadoes are violent windstorms characterized by a twisting funnel-shaped cloud. They form from powerful thunderstorms and can cause significant damage. That is an understatement.
Indeed.
They fuck shit up.
Indeed.
The enhanced Fujita scale, EF. Because you've heard of the sizings of tornadoes, right? EF 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't think I knew that.
Really?
EF
The scale?
No, I don't think so.
Well, then you're going to learn something today.
Yeah, every day's a school day.
Yeah, the enhanced Fujita scale. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it.
Sound like you said Vegeta scale.
Fujita.
I know.
But I think it might be Fujita.
But
Then that doesn't make sense to me on why it'd be named that. So, but it measures the tornado's intensity, ranging from EF0, which is the absolute weakest a tornado could be,
some strong winds.
and then EF5, which is the strongest. Tornado-prone regions include Tornado Alley in the central United States. Pretty much all that flat area.
Yep. Just getting fucked.
And I figure I roll right into what creates it. And tornadoes form when there's a combination of warm, moist air colliding with cold, dry air, creating instability in the atmosphere. This clash typically occurs in the presence of a strong weather system, like a thunderstorm, As warm air rises and cold air descends, it creates a rotating updraft. If wind patterns are favorable and atmospheric conditions are conducive, this rotation intensifies, forming a tornado. The twisting funnel descends from the storm cloud, reaching the ground and potentially causing destructive winds. So it then led me to wondering, like, how many on average tornadoes that the states get. And on average, the United States experiences about 1,000 to 1,200 tornadoes annually.
Damn.
Which I was like, holy shit.
That's a lot.
That is.
It's a lot more than I ever thought. I mean,
it's almost like it's a little less than 3 times a day tornado hits somewhere.
Jesus.
Right? That seems like too much.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're not all the fucking, the twister, the big one,
Yeah, they're like small little funnels or every now and then.
But is like are those dust devils like considered a tornado?
I wouldn't think so. Because I think a tornado has to have certain elements, which is the storm, thunderclouds, and stuff of that nature. It's more like a draft of wind than it is an actual tornado.
Yeah.
That's what I would think a dust devil. You're talking about like those big ones that could get like pretty tall. Yeah, I feel like that's just a gust of wind crashing in on itself, and it just
spins it up.
Kind of like when you used to vape or do hookah and you'd blow the stuff on the table and you'd create a draft.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what a dust devil is more like.
I think you're probably not too far off. I think you probably got it.
So,
but if not tornado, why tornado shaped?
That is true too, right? But obviously the number can vary year to year due to weather patterns and atmospheric conditions. Tornadoes are more common in Tornado Alley, which is very, very prone to tornadoes.
Hence the name.
Being that we get so many tornadoes throughout the year. I go, what do tornadoes happen anywhere else? Because all tornado footage, I feel like, comes from the United States.
For sure. Yeah, huh? Yeah.
Right? They said it's because of its location and on the map and where the jet streams of air come from. They all follow in like this perfect position, and with all that flat land, they say it's like perfect conditions for that shit. Specifically right there in the United States.
Tornado Alley.
But it does happen in other parts of the world, but that place gets it the most. But there are areas that, like Canada, Australia, Europe, and South America can also experience tornadoes.
That's weird. We like never hear about them anywhere else than here.
Yeah. And then I wanted to know the strongest tornado ever recorded was tri-state tornado that struck parts of Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana in the United States, March 18th, 1925.
Damn.
This tornado holds the record for the longest path that it took, which was 219 miles it traveled.
What the fuck?
Fuck. That is so long.
How stoked must those people have been, like, when it started and just kept going, and they're like, God, it's over. For us, not for them.
And to know how long, it was about 3.5 hours.
Jesus.
Of just...
shit was moving.
It reached an estimated maximum intensity of F5 on the scale.
So that's like the worst you were saying, right?
That's like up to 300 miles per hour in wind.
That's picking up cars and cows and shit.
Yeah.
Like that's...
You'll see an airliner.
Of course, you hear the random cat.
Or the obvious twister.
Yeah. There's the cow flying through the air. Just fucking flying. Put me down.
Put me down.
Oh, it will. Just somewhere else, very far away and very hard.
So yeah, they didn't know the exact wind speed, but it was about F5. Typically goes up to about 300.
That's that delivering Krusty Krab pizzas wind right there. Krusty Krab, yeah. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza.
And then I figure I'll go over the EF scale since that's pretty topical. Uh, Tornadoes are classified using the enhanced Fujita scale, which rates their intensity based on the estimated wind speeds and resulting damage. So EF0 wind speeds typically 65 to 85 miles per hour with light damage.
Damn.
EF1 are 86 to 110 miles per hour winds and moderate damage to homes and stuff like that, probably cosmetically.
Yeah. Taking the roofs off some shit.
EF2, well, no, not just yet. EF2, wind speeds 111 to 135 miles per hour. Pretty decent damage and maybe some overturned cars.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're rating that one at. EF3 is when we're going to start seeing some roofing coming off.
Jeez.
And stuff of that nature, because those wind speeds hit up to 136 to 165 miles per hour, causing severe damage. EF4, the wind speeds are 166 to 200 miles per hour, which is devastating damage, even leveling well-built homes.
Right.
And severe damage to even larger buildings. And then you got the grand EF5 hitting speeds of over 200 miles per hour. Incredible damage, and the potential of complete destruction of framed houses and the severe collapse of large buildings.
You know,
crazy.
I know I've said something like this before, but like being way back in time and seeing some shit like this, like a tornado, that's you're like the gods are real and they're fucking pissed. You know?
Like, with us having the knowledge we do, obviously we can look at it and be like, oh, it's just weather patterns. I fantasize about thinking about someone or thinking like someone back in those days, to just be in complete awe.
Just seeing this and just wow, we did something wrong.
Even the formation just
coming down,
and you just see the winds and they connect and just giant fucking
just we pissed somebody off.
Oh god,
we better make a couple extra sacrifices or
they would be in TBs and tents, man.
So yeah, there goes your house. Easy. There goes you.
The EF0 would have taken
would just knock your fucking house over.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that really kind of puts it into perspective. Why did we think everything was God's? Like I know I've said with like the Aurora Borealis, you know, the Northern Lights. That's sort of the inspiration for the Bifrost, you know, in Norse mythology. Like God's running on that shit. Like I'm just imagining, like in the year,
and now we're boring as fuck. Oh, it's just radiation from the sun.
It's just solar radiation. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, fucking.
I feel like they think that everybody who doesn't live like where that is like, wow, it's so cool. But they're like, that's just green shit. Don't.
Yeah.
Let's do volcanoes. I got the most information about volcanoes. Most of my stuff is kind of like some examples of some really bad fucking like examples of what happened.
You're not going to tell us how they are? How they form?
Like I said, I got most info about volcanoes. I got some info about other shit.
Told you should have got that chat GPT.
I suppose I should have. But I didn't. So
never listens.
So as we know, most volcanoes are associated with plate tectonic activity. Mm-hmm. You know, for example, volcanoes of Japan, Iceland, and Indonesia and numerous other places occur on the margins of massive solid rocky plates making up the Earth's surface.
Which I can't remember. I think the Icelandic volcano right now is still fucking going on, isn't it?
What, like it's erupting currently?
Yeah. You didn't know about that? You had to have heard of it. You saw like a lot of the earthquake videos up in...
I saw a video of a dude throwing a banana in magma.
Nah, I don't know if that's that. But... yeah, Iceland, the volcano has been erupting. And I don't remember if it stopped, but it started literally beginning of the year.
Holy shit, I don't think I knew that.
Wow.
Damn. Wow.
It's crazy.
Thankfully I'll say thankfully we don't live where there's a volcano, but I'm like, we don't exactly but definitely some people do. Like, what was it when I was watching a video about some volcanoes, worst eruptions, and some guy in the comments was like, one day Yellowstone will be on this list.
No, it won't be on the list because there would be no list to have. That's a super volcano.
Yeah, it's a bad one. Somebody in Europe's gonna have to make that list for us or something. Across the pond.
If they're alive, no.
They didn't choke on volcanic ash.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, yeah. So this happens when one plate slides under the other, much like an earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
And so water trapped in the subducted sinking plate is squeezed out of it with enormous pressure, produces enough heat to melt nearby rock, forming magma.
Liquid hot magma.
Magma. Sharks with freaking laser beams. All right. And then since magma is more buoyant than the surrounding rock, it rises. And it may collect in chambers near to the surface. As this chamber fills up, the pressure inside may increase. And when this downward pressure produced by the weight of the rock above the chamber is less than the upward pressure produced by the rock below, cracks will often form above the... Sorry.
Spatial awareness.
Cracks will form above... cracks will form... Where the fuck? I lost my whole spot. Form above. Eventually, this upward pressure may push the magma through the cracks and out of the vents in the surface, where it becomes lava.
Pretty much like if you were to get a bottle of water, I guess, and it's open cap, and you just put all that pressure. I would say there would have to be something restrictive, but it can break with enough pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you were to get a bottle, and then you get saran wrap and you put it on the lid, and if you have a rubber band around it, it should be able to stay. And if you're putting enough pressure with your hands, then the saran wrap will eventually give and explode up.
And I was thinking kind of like, you know how people get the empty water bottles and they loosen the cap a little bit and then twist it and then pop.
Oh yeah, pop.
I was kind of thinking of that when you were bringing that.
That's actually a better. I like that one. I used to do that a lot, and you would see the steam.
Yep.
With enough compressed air, it'll just
heats itself up a little bit.
Crazy.
And those things will fucking pop at you too. Science, bitch. So actually, in fact, strictly speaking, the term volcano refers to just such event. It can also refer to the landform created by the accumulation of solidified lava and volcanic debris near the vent.
Okay.
I didn't know that. That was one thing. I was like,
volcanic debris being like the rock, right? Volcanic rock.
Yeah. I thought volcano was just volcano. I didn't know it. Fucking, obviously it meant something, but we don't really think about that.
Yeah.
Or I didn't.
I did.
Or I fucking didn't because I'm dumb. All right. So I got two examples of some real bad.
Pompeii.
Yeah, that's one of them.
All right.
Because it was just so bad. Like, damn. But one crazy one that kind of surprised me even more, Mount Khulud. It was an Indonesian volcano. One of many in the region that's been historically devastating. And it was fucking devastating. Located on the island of Java. Heard of that place?
Yeah, JavaScript.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this mountain located in the island of Java, over 5,600 feet high, and it's been active for hundreds of years. That's just one pissed off little mountain, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Krakatoa!
That's the one I told you about. Remember in my fact from a few episodes ago, I did the Krakatoa volcano.
Yep.
Fucking that sound wave circled the earth like 7 fucking times or some shit.
Yeah, 6 times.
Fucking crazy. For hundreds of years, yeah. Okay. And the thing about this volcano is its crater contains a large lake, which you would think maybe is a good thing.
Yeah.
It's not. It's actually a really bad thing. Wrong. Because these cause fucking lahars, which these are fast-moving mud flows that can go as fast as 20 miles per hour, and they're hot enough to boil water.
20 miles an hour. Sheesh.
Yeah, so this causes real fast, hot moving fucking mudslides
Yeah.
that can boil water, which will fuck you up.
Yeah.
If it's boiling water, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and the deadliest eruption of this one claimed the lives of 10,000 people in 1586. That was the worst one they have on record as of now.
1586. God damn.
Yeah, a lot of the ones I looked up in general for like
Didn't even
these
make
things.
it to the States. The States weren't even a thing.
Nah, nah. But yeah, like a lot of these like natural disasters I found in general, there's like old ones like 1912 to 1880, whatever. You know, damn.
And there was one big one, 2021.
Volcano. Which one?
The one near Tonga.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah, it fucking blew up a whole ass island.
Yeah, that'll do it.
There's no one on there, thankfully.
There was another one. I didn't write this one down, but it basically, I forgot where, but it was an island. I think it was a Greek island. I don't know. But it erupted and just shattered the fucking island. The whole island now it's just like little piece.
Nice.
The whole island just shattered and spread out. So that was the big one, collude, that surprised me. Thinking of the one that really got my attention was those lahars, those hot ass mudslides. It's fucking terrifying. Fucking and then we got Pompeii, Mount Vesuvius, and arguably the most famous volcanic eruption in history, I'd say.
Probably.
Yeah, like if you think volcano and you think fucking Pompeii, or if you don't know Pompeii, you're like, oh, those Greek fucks, you know?
Yeah, for real.
Who were like.
And frozen like that.
They were, but you know they're not there now. They just made the molds or the casts of them, you know, and put them down.
Yeah.
Fucking anyway. Yeah. So, this erupted in 79 A.D., wiped out Pompeii and the neighboring town of Herculaneum. Both were totally consumed by the volcano's ash that reached them so quickly. People were frozen in time trying to flee. About some of the highest estimates put the loss of life for this one around 16,000.
Do you think that also had something to do with the fall of
Fall of Rome?
Rome?
I mean,
have to somehow like pay for that,
from
right?
what I know about history, Pompeii was like their fucking vacation island. People went there just get their fuck on and do whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah.
So
Probably a big money grab.
definitely
So-
lost a lot of income there, I'd say.
I think that may have been part of it. It didn't say it in history books, but
Right.
I mean,
I don't imagine it helped.
a massive natural disaster like that. Come on.
Yeah. Wiping out your whole fucking resort island you got
Yeah.
gone.
Fucking yeah. Probably the most famous, I would say.
Yeah.
That and Mauna Kea in Hawaii.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, Mount Vesuvius is the one. When I think volcanoes, I think that one.
Going on from one wind to the other wind, we're going to talk about hurricanes.
Sick.
So hurricanes are powerful tropical cyclones with sustained winds of at least 74 miles per hour.
Jeez.
Why 74 and not 75? Whatever.
Cause fuck them. That's
Just
why.
fucking round down. They form over warm ocean waters and derive energy from the evaporation of seawater. The life cycle of a hurricane typically involves several stages, which is the tropical disturbance, tropical depression, tropical storm, and then a hurricane, which is essentially it's intensifying along the way. Those are its different stages.
It's gaining power as it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Key components of a hurricane include the eye, the calm center surrounded by an eye wall with intense winds and heavy rainfall.
The eye of the storm.
The Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
Neither have
that
I.
before.
So I just went, all right.
But that's the ones where it comes up with the different categories. So you got your Cat 1 hurricane, which is the weakest, and then your Cat 5.
We're talking like a tabby
Strongest.
cat or like a
No.
like a calico
No,
cat or
category. No. It's already bad enough I'm doing the nature one.
It was right there.
Yeah. Hurricanes can cause widespread devastation through strong winds, storm surges, and heavy rainfall leading to flooding. So hurricanes, like I said, form over typically warm waters. So the Atlantic side is getting smacked by a lot of hurricanes throughout, well, maybe not a lot, but definitely a lot of tropical storms for sure.
Oh yeah.
But they do get hit by hurricanes quite frequently as of late.
A lot more than we do. which is never.
We get atmospheric
Yeah.
rivers.
Yeah, which is what we had this week, right?
This weekend is one.
Yeah.
I think it ends on Sunday.
Wednesday was like the worst storm, and they're like, yeah, that's why this whole week's just rain.
Yeah, and it has been. It's been on and off too. It's
Yeah.
just like sunny one point, and then the next point it's just
50 minutes later, sun's back.
Yeah. So talk about the different categories. And yes, this one has categories just like tornadoes. Apparently, they got to have wind speed categories
Yep,
for everything.
I guess so.
They're based on their sustained wind speeds using that wind scale. I'm not gonna say the whole thing again.
That fucking Homer Simpson scale.
Yeah, Homer Simpson scale. Category 1 is 74 to 95 miles per hour.
Damn.
Wind speeds are enough to cause damage primarily to trees and power lines, and then minor flooding near the coast. Category 2, 96 to 110. Moderate damage. Category 3, 111 to 129 miles per hour, which has extensive damage. Well-built framed homes may incur major roof and siding damage. Category 4 is 130 to 156. Catastrophic damage is likely.
Fucking damn near guaranteed.
Yeah, right. It's like it's likely.
Yeah, you mispronounced guaranteed.
Then category 5 is 157 miles per hour or higher. And then with that being said, I wanted to know obviously the strongest ones that we've dealt with, or the largest in regards to width, and then the strongest in regards to damage and winds. So the largest hurricane ever recorded in terms of diameter was Hurricane Sandy in 2012. Sandy had a massive wind field with tropical storm force winds extending up to 1,000 miles. 1,000 miles wide.
Jesus Christ.
I did not realize the scope of that fucking hurricane until I read that.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's fucking crazy.
I looked at pictures. I mean, I don't have them on right now, but after reading that fact, I went, hold on, let me look at this shit. Fuck.
Took up like at least a quarter of the fucking country. Just fuck.
They said it in regards to intensity for a hurricane, it wasn't really that bad, but because of its extensive range, it hit a lot and still caused significant damage on the East Coast. And then the most destructive hurricane ever recorded was Hurricane Katrina.
That's right.
2005.
That's what I thought.
Hurricane Katrina made landfall in the United States, particularly affecting the Gulf Coast region. The storm surge breached levees in New Orleans, causing severe flooding. The hurricane resulted in over 1,200 fatalities and caused extensive destruction with billions of dollars in economic losses.
Yeah, almost 20 years later, they're still dealing with that shit.
And it's not gonna like really stop because every single year there's a possible hurricane.
You live there.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking nature's like, you want to see me do it again?
And you would think they would build better houses by now.
Well,
something that can actually withstand those types of storms.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
There has to be a way.
I don't know. I mean, I think there's probably only so much you could do, realistically now. But I mean, to get the fuck out of there.
Typically for winds, I feel like I'm not an engineer, but there has to be a way. There's no way we've gotten this far with technology and stuff and figure something out.
I'd say there probably is, but it's far too expensive. The materials, whatever. Anyway,
it'd be better than spending money on other dumb bullshit.
Agreed. But
like way too expensive. Meanwhile, billions of dollars sent to fucking whatever, and it's like,
yep.
So are we just like shit? Huh?
Shit out of luck. Yeah.
And then I wanted, we heard the phrase typhoon.
Mm-hmm.
So hurricanes and typhoons, our only real difference is geographical location. What term is used more in the areas that it's in? So
I see.
Typhoons are typically happening over on the western side of the Pacific towards the
Mm.
Asian countries. Over there they call it typhoons. Sometimes in Australia they'll call it a cyclone.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Forgot about
But
that
it's
one.
essentially all the same shit. It's
Right.
just where are you on the globe?
I don't know which one sounds worse. Hurricane, typhoon. Typhoon probably is more intimidating to me.
Typhoon, yeah.
Like, fuck, what's that?
When I heard of typhoons coming out, living in Japan, we had typhoon warnings categories with them.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy loud.
Oh, I fucking bet.
Crazy loud. I did not. It was almost deaf, and me and my friend were screaming at each other because we went into the stairwell, and it was funny because my friend's the wind went up into the shirt and just like was pulling his shirt off. He was like, ah, ah! I said no.
The wind's trying to have its way with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking that's like a in El Paso we had like the summer was the monsoon season. So like I remember I had to get used to rain here compared to over there again because like here it like this week it rains pretty consistently all day.
Yeah.
But like over there it's like no rain, nothing, 5-10 minutes of just and then nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But in those like 10 minutes, like streets are flooded. We just got fucked by rain in like 10 minutes.
You almost get rain bombed.
Yeah, straight up. That's what it is, basically.
It's literally the clouds just being like,
Just open up and
it's literally collecting the water in your hands and then just
yeah, it's like a kid, collecting their candy in their shirt, and then it just goes.
yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about some avalanches. So what causes an avalanche? Well, there's no like one reason why it starts. It can be a factor of things. Which it's funny we talked about this week because like 2 weeks ago they said something about like skiers being some causes of avalanches because they're breaking up the fucking ice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you notice they said skiers and not snowboarders? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Nah, it was generic, but in general. But
It's not generic. It's all the skiers'
fuck
fault.
skiers. There's the ones fucking chopping it up the whole way down and making me go down the whole way.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Yeah.
Because we do the we do the woo woo woo, but they go psh, 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 psh. Fuck them.
Causing lightning bolts in the damn fucking night.
Seriously, fucking all right. Yeah, so no one real reason behind it, but it was believed for a long time that the echo of a human voice could be enough to dislodge it, which we've seen in like movies and shit.
Yeah, Mulan.
Yeah,
Or no, never mind. Mulan was a rocket.
the firework rocket dragon
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, we've seen that in like cartoons and shit. They're like fucking screaming on the mountain, and then you hear the crack. You're not outrunning that.
No.
Goodbye.
Yeah, it's fucking fast.
Goodbye. Fucking yeah. So they believe the voice was enough. Similarly, a person's weight can cause an avalanche too. Hence the skiing shit we were talking about. So the sudden addition of weight can fracture a weak area of snow. However, some scientific understanding of avalanches shows us that there is, many environmental factors at work. So hard to pin down what one real reason,
Right.
because there's not one. But I got some examples of some fucked up avalanches. There was
Like pictures or stories?
stories,
Oh, okay.
and this
Because
was
the
one time.
way you're looking through your phone, I was like, is he pulling up pictures?
No, sorry, because I had
Send it to me. I'll put it on. I'll edit it later.
I have blizzards and avalanche. I was like, wait, no, this one. Yeah, so the 2010 Mount Everest avalanche. I forgot. I don't remember hearing about this. Yeah, that's why I was like, fucking that happened in 2010 too?
Yeah.
14 years ago? Holy shit.
And one of the most famous mountains in the world.
Yeah. Which now that mountain is like super fucked up, by the way, because of all the people going. Like you've seen the pictures of like going up to the summit. It's just trash everywhere.
Dead bodies, all frozen. No.
Maybe not visible, but they're fucking up there. Plenty of bodies that are up there that you just can't get because Mount fucking Everest.
Yeah. But we digress.
There he is.
But we digress.
All right. Yeah. So this 2010 Mount Everest avalanche occurred in April 2010.
Okay.
It was triggered by an earthquake that struck the region, causing a large chunk of ice and snow to break off from the mountain, sliding down the slope. And this struck a group of Sherpa guides who were preparing the route for climbers on the mountain. 16 of these guides, of these Sherpas, were killed and several others were injured in the avalanche. It was, yeah, one of the deadliest avalanches ever recorded on Mount Everest. Yeah, and this had a pretty significant impact on the climbing community and highlighted dangers of it and stuff. Sparked discussions about the risks these Sherpas face because every day.
Yeah, they definitely would need more safety protocols set in place because even the mountain just in and of itself, the height of it, the elevation sickness you could get, the lack of oxygen, it's all dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. I have 2 blizzards and 1 avalanche story. God damn it.
I mean, you could also just mention the one avalanche they had in that plane crash in the Andes Mountain.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
When they were just trying to survive the day to day, and then all of a sudden overnight gets hit
after they already the miracle in the Andes story or whatever. After they already survived a plane crash, well, most of them, some of them, and the people who were in sleeping in the wreckage of the plane overnight, there's an avalanche comes down, wipes like half of them out. People that are sleeping just dead. I mean, maybe not dead right away, buried. And I know there's like stories of them trying to dig people out with their hands, and they got like maybe a couple. But I mean, that's so much snow. Like,
it is a lot because that the accumulation of that snow can be pretty heavy from what they said.
For sure.
So, but that being caused by earthquakes, it's time to roll into some earthquakes.
There it is.
That is something that we're gonna have in California.
Sure.
Maybe pretty fucking soon.
That San Andreas Fault's been waiting to pop for a long time now.
Earthquakes are the result of Earth's tectonic plates shifting, causing stress to build up and then release in the form of seismic waves. These waves propagate through the Earth, leading to ground shaking. The point on the Earth's surface directly above where the earthquake originates is called the epicenter, and the depth at which the earthquake occurs is known as the hypocenter.
Hypocenter.
So right on the surface, that's the epicenter, and then if you go down to where the actual friction released from, hypocenter. The intensity and magnitude of earthquakes are measured using various scales, with the Richter scale and the moment magnitude scale being common. The Richter scale quantifies the amplitude of seismic waves, while the moment magnitude scale considers the seismic energy released. Earthquakes can cause significant damage depending on factors like magnitude, depth, distance from the epicenter, and local that fucking fucked me up for a second. And local geological conditions. Seismologists use seismographs to monitor and study earthquakes, helping to understand their patterns and improve preparedness. From earthquakes, tsunamis can happen. They happen a lot.
Earthquakes are the cause of a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Volcanoes.
Oh, and volcanoes. Efforts in earthquake prediction are challenging, but advancements in early warning systems and seismic monitoring contribute to minimizing the impact on communities. Building infrastructure resistant to seismic forces also plays a crucial role in mitigating earthquake damage. Yeah, I mean, we talked about earthquakes multiple times already in this episode, and they cause a lot more than just the earthquake or the ground to shake.
Yeah, often the earthquake is just the fucking precursor to something worse.
Could be. It can be.
Yeah.
But as we talked about before, typically volcanoes were created when two tectonic plates like crash and do this number. One slides up on top of the other, creating a mountain. And then possibly could have a gaping hole to fucking spew out really hot. What?
I saw you like to spew out. Fucking.
But they also can do a side to side motion. So tectonic plates can rotate as well as shifting back and forth. So when they do stuff like that, that's when you'll get like the cracks in the ground.
They do that side to side, not the over under.
Yeah. The over under typically creates the mountains or the volcanoes, and then the side to side typically creates valleys or canyons, stuff of that nature.
Hence, that's like, well, I was gonna say the Grand Canyon, but they theorize that's a fucking asteroid strike or something, right?
The Grand Canyon, they theorize that river, the Colorado River that runs through it,
Yeah.
over millions of years just
Oh,
kept going down.
just eroded.
Mm-hmm.
I know, because like they compared the Grand Canyon to that big fucking trench that's on Mars, that big fucking scrape,
Yeah.
They compare that to that because they theorize or whatever. I don't know if they've proven it, but that thing on Mars is a straight, asteroid fucking graze, pretty much.
Really?
I believe so, and I think that's sort of some theories about the Grand Canyon being a similar sort of thing for us.
I feel like with the shape of the Grand Canyon, it's more probable that the Colorado River is the reason for that one.
So that would have to make that like one of the oldest rivers ever.
I don't know about ever, but
'Cause I'm just thinking,
it is
like,
extreme. I mean, it is extremely old.
For sure. I'm just thinking if like, how deep it is. If it started like ground level and it just,
Yeah, right.
that's a long fucking time.
Yeah, millions of years, I believe, is the consensus.
Damn.
Not billions, but millions.
Sorry, I thought of another Austin Powers joke.
What?
$1 million.
People are like, Austin Powers. God, you guys are dated.
Whatever. And it's crazy, I mean, we have earthquake-proof buildings for the most part.
Yeah, they got the little. There's a plate underneath some of these buildings where it shifts.
Moves with it.
Yeah, so there's
So the whole
shaking of the.
So you don't. I mean, like you see the skyscrapers, like wow.
Those are the towers that don't have that technology.
It's so fucking scary.
And now
bro.
they have that technology to where it should
just being up there while the thing's fucking whipping, you'd be like, better
say-
start making your peace with Jesus, boy.
They say the smaller earthquakes affect the shorter houses more, and then the big earthquakes affect the city skyscrapers more.
I'd say that makes sense.
Just the seismic waves, how the pattern or the vibration patterns that it has.
Damn. Yeah, no, earthquakes are fucking crazy. Damn, nature, you crazy.
Yeah,
So some blizzards.
I know that company.
Yeah, me too. I was like, who you talking? Oh.
Overwatch.
Duh.
StarCraft.
Wow.
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 Wow. So blizzard conditions often develop on the northwest side of an intense storm system. And this difference between the lower pressure in the storm and the higher pressure to the west creates a tight pressure gradient or difference in pressure between two locations, which in turn results in very strong winds. So similar thing, we were talking about earthquakes causing a lot of this shit, and wind doing a lot of the same shit the earthquake's doing, coming into each other and causing fucking
The air pressure.
yeah, different pressures, different temperatures, causing fucking shit up.
Causing tornadoes, blizzards, and hurricanes.
It's kind of funny. It's like a circle.
It's like a hurricane.
It all comes together. It's like a hurricane. It all comes together. There was the Great Blizzard of 1899. Fucking from Georgia to Maine. That's a pretty long fucking way.
Oh, wait, it traveled?
Yeah.
It traveled. Oh, okay. I didn't know blizzards typically travel.
Or I don't know if it traveled or it was just that it just hit this fucking area.
That's a massive storm if it hit all of Georgia to Maine. That's the whole East Coast practically.
I think it might have been like the whole fucking thing okay, so let's see. So from Georgia to Maine, punishing storm shuts down the eastern seaboard beginning February. Yeah, you said the whole eastern fucking shuts it down beginning February 11th, 1899. And this wintry weather brought record low temperatures, some of which still stand today. These fucking
It still holds a record.
record temperatures,
Damn.
as well as record snowfall. I bet.
Probably what happens with blizzards.
I bet. Look at that little picture. It may not look like a whole lot, but that's
Oh, wow,
big
that's
fucking
a lot of
hills.
snow.
Yeah. So these the snow showers started in Florida. They were like, what the fuck? Like out there.
Jeez.
So it did move. Started in Florida, moved north.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's a fucking huge storm. How come we have never heard about this?
Like that's time where today me would go, yeah, you made the gods very angry.
Yeah, yeah.
You fix that. Yeah, so started Florida, moving north, dropping 20 inches, 50 centimeters for you fancy boys out there, in Washington, D.C. in a single day. And a record 34 inches, 86 centimeters, in New Jersey. Damn.
Holy
We talk about getting like, we're getting 2 inches of rain this week. 34 inches of snow. Fuck.
I'd be having fun afterwards.
Yeah, once it's done, but
not during the
during
storm.
you're like, Jesus Christ. Shut the door, just in a blanket. Oh my God. And it was $18.99, so
Shitty ass wool blankets and shit.
wool blankets, insulation, probably not very good.
No.
So you just got the fireplace going. You're just like, motherfucker. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about certain. You know, we think about natural disasters in today's day and age or modern age, but then thinking about it back in the 1800s, early 1900s, 1700s, they were still having these types of fucking phenomena in nature.
Yeah.
And they didn't know what the fuck was happening. They were just like, holy fuck.
All I know is I got to get inside and hope my house doesn't fall down.
Yeah.
Please, God, don't let my house fall down. Because we will die. It's not like the state's going to help us. Hey.
No, definitely
Not
not.
back then, especially. All right, I got one more. Blizzard. This one was pretty fucked up. It earns its name as the Children's Blizzard.
The Children's Blizzard?
Yeah. This was in January. So earns its name because of the timing. January 12th, 1888. Temperatures dropped from a relatively balmy few degrees above freezing to a wind chill of minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, in the Dakota Territory and Nebraska. Because of the warm day, thousands were caught unprepared for the cold weather, including school children sent home by their teachers during the storm. The death toll was 235.
Children?
Mostly. That's not
Oh, wow.
all children, but I think it was over 100. When I watched the video about this, they were like, yeah, there was like over like 150 or 100 something children died, but that is the total death toll, 235.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Kids were like, snow day. Fuck. Worst snow day ever.
All right. So, tsunamis is a series of.
I was like, what the fuck did you say? That was still registering for a second.
He took his drink and then just went, hey, wait a minute. What the fuck?
What the fuck did you say?
So, a tsunami is a series of ocean waves with extremely long wavelengths and high energy, often triggered by undersea earthquakes, volcanic eruptions,
There it is.
or landslides. These waves can travel across entire ocean basins at speeds of up to 500 miles per hour. Yeah, I know. I said 500 miles per hour?
That's unreasonably fast.
Fuck.
Calm down. Calm down, nature. Calm down.
But I do know that they slow up as soon as it start heading towards land. So we get like the easy part of it.
Cool.
As fucked up as that sounds, since we've seen footage of really bad tsunamis. So
the fish in the middle of the ocean are like, Jesus Christ.
yeah, then it affects them for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the video of the divers when an underwater earthquake happened.
Mm-mm.
Oh, dude, the water shift was fucking intense. They were like trying to grab the reef.
The divers?
Yeah.
Jeez.
They were all sitting there and then they felt the shake and then you see the water like,
Shit.
fuck.
Ooh, that's one place you don't want to be.
Yeah, you'd think it would be like kind of safe.
Yeah.
Somewhat?
I guess not.
No.
Damn.
While they may appear as small ripples in deep water, tsunamis can grow into massive waves as they approach shallower coastal areas, causing devastating flooding and damage. Early warning systems and preparedness are crucial in minimizing the impact of tsunamis on vulnerable coastal communities.
Yeah.
I've seen so many videos of tsunamis and how intense they can be, how powerful they are. Fuck. It trips me out when the people standing there watching the water recede are like, "Oh, what's doing?" I was like, "Did you guys not
Get
learn
the fuck
any?"
out of there.
Yeah, and that shit's gonna come quick. You're not gonna realize how much it. Like that video I showed you, where it started slow and just water seeping into the streets,
Mm-hmm.
and then you start seeing it getting bigger and bigger, then flooding all the stores. Cars start floating across, and then eventually you start seeing a house.
Fucking yeah. You start seeing roofs just moving through the wood. Fuck.
So early signs of an impending tsunami include earthquakes.
There it is.
Just strong undersea earthquake is often a precursor to a tsunami. If you feel strong shaking, especially if you're near the coast, it could indicate a potential tsunami threat. Also, unusual sea behavior. Sudden and unusual changes in sea level, such as the water receding significantly or rushing inland, can be a warning sign. Abnormal animal behavior. Animals may behave erratically, displaying signs of distress or attempting to move to higher ground.
Right. Animals will fucking tell you what's going on.
And they know with the quickness. They will spot it out before you even know what the hell is about to happen.
Yep.
And they're just like, "Oh, why is my dog acting dumb? Fucking dumb dog."
Nah, your dog knows something you don't.
The dog is smarter than you in that moment.
It was like some of the same thing with some of these volcanoes I looked at. They were like some of the only warning signs they had were wildlife just getting the fuck out.
Typically, birds, I think they say, as a telltale sign.
If the birds are bouncing, you should be leaving.
A lot of bird activity will indicate danger because they know how fragile they are. They're fucking...
Fuck that.
Nope.
Get the fuck out of here.
Tsunami warning alerts. Local authorities will typically have like sirens, radio, television, text messages now. Amber alert.
Right.
And then the natural alarms, pay attention to natural warning signs like the sound of a roaring or rumbling, which might indicate a landslide or underwater volcanic activity, which would be fucking scary to truly deal with. If you're standing out in the middle of nowhere, all of a sudden,
You just hear the earth growling. What?
the fuck?
Why are you mad?
Water recedes.
Oh, shit.
So the largest tsunami ever recorded occurred on my birthday in 1958.
Shit.
July 9th, 1958 in Lituya Bay, Alaska.
Damn. Alaska. Not where you think of a tsunami would hit.
And I think I may have heard of this at some point because I just watch random science videos every now and then on YouTube. So this mega tsunami was triggered by a massive landslide, which resulted in a rock fall that fell into the bay, causing a displacement of water. The wave reached an astonishing height of approximately 1,720 feet.
That's how tall the wave was?
Yeah.
That's one of those like cartoonish tsunamis.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Fuck. When I read that, I was like, what the actual fuck?
It's over.
Fortunately, the sparsely populated nature of the area at the time meant that there were no reported casualties, but the event left a profound impact on the understanding of tsunamis and their potential for extreme heights.
Damn.
1,720 feet.
That's
obnoxious.
That's fucking outrageous. What the fuck?
That's half a mile up. Actually, it might be less than half a mile up, but
still, that's stupid high.
And then the most devastating tsunami, was December 26th of 2004 in the Indian Ocean. It was considered one of the most devastating tsunamis in recorded history, triggered by a massive undersea earthquake with a magnitude of 9.1 to 9.3.
Holy fuck.
Off the coast of Sumatra in Indonesia. The tsunami affected countries across the Indian Ocean, including Indonesia, Thailand, Sri Lanka, India, and others. The waves reached heights of up to 100 feet and caused widespread destruction along the coastlines. It's estimated that over 230,000 people lost their lives in this tragic event.
230,000?
230,000 people, with millions more displaced and extensive damage to infrastructure.
Sorry.
The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami highlighted the importance of early warning signs and international cooperation in mitigating the impact of such natural disasters.
230,000. That's like an unfathomable amount of life lost. Did you do it at once? Like, fuck.
Yeah, and probably different countries too, because it hit multiple countries. 9.1 to
That
9.3.
is so fucking.
Earthquake.
That's such a big earthquake. Like, fuck. That's the kind of shit that's gonna crack a skyscraper in half.
I mean, you've seen a 7 point something earthquake especially on the 1st of January. Japan had a massive earthquake, 7.3, I think. 2 levels up. Imagine an earthquake like that.
I'm trying not to.
Might not have to.
Yeah, it might just be shown to me anyway. And then we're really fucked.
Fuck. Can you imagine the tsunami off of that bitch? Traveling, gaining energy throughout the. Oh my goodness.
We're on the coast too.
Oh
Just
my
the other
Lord.
one. Fuck. All right. I can plow through some wildfire stuff real quick if you like.
Wildfires plowed through a lot of stuff too,
Sure did.
especially in California.
Sure did. So, what are some of the main causes of a wildfire?
Cigarettes.
Yeah, I mean, human intervention is part of it.
Oh, see, yeah.
But naturally occurring wildfires are more frequently caused by lightning, volcanic, meteor, and coal seam fires, depending on the circumstances.
And Smokey the Bear on vacation.
Yeah. Can't take a day off. Poor bastard. The National Park Service says about 90% of wildfires are caused by human involvement.
Really?
Yeah, triggering 85 to 90% of wildfires. For any fire to occur, 3 elements needed: heat, fuel, oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have oxygen, you ain't got no fire. We all know that.
Earth's got plenty of that.
Sure do. Running out though. Are we?
No.
No, I thought we were. Or am I thinking of the fucking?
You're thinking of
Like the ozone layer. Or some
yeah,
shit.
the ozone layer.
Burning holes
But
in
it's
that
not-
shit.
Well, it's actually closed up. They said that
Has
if
it?
we're on the continued course that we are
Oh yeah.
by 2050,
You
we
said-
should be
So you said something about that
decently
a
okay.
little while ago.
Did I?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or sounds familiar anyway. So there's some pretty bad ones. There was the Peshtigo Fire and the Great Fires of 1871. For 3 days in October of 1871, the entire upper Midwest of the U.S., of course, was a raging inferno. 4 of the worst fires in American history, known collectively as the Great Fires of 1871, burned simultaneously in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Illinois.
Sheesh.
Among them was the legendary Great Chicago Fire. Heard of that one?
Yep.
Killed an estimated 300 people. Charred 17,500 buildings and left 100,000 people homeless.
The Chicago fire did alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile, these 3 other wildfires claimed more than 500 lives in Michigan, but the deadliest of the Great Fires was the Peshtigo Fire that ripped through this one's always hard. Rural, Wisconsin.
Rural.
I don't know. That word kicks my ass. Rural Wisconsin. In rural Wisconsin logging town of Peshtigo on the night of October 8th, 1871.
Sheesh.
Dude, that's like I said, 1800s. You're like, what the fuck?
Wildfires are fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I've seen video footage. Somehow this video footage survived, and they were able to see this firestorm just fucking, and it was quick.
Coming.
It just, and then as this black smoke wall passed by, and you saw the inside of the inferno, I was like, Dante's Inferno. It looked like hell.
Yeah, hell on earth. Welcome.
It was scary.
Enjoy your stay.
fucking.
Okay, yeah, so this is still part of the same one. Sorry, I had my notes a little split up. The fast-moving wildfire killed 800 residents in Peshtigo alone. Claimed as many as 2,400 total victims, making this the deadliest fire in recorded North American history.
Shit.
Yeah, so this says the summer and fall of 1871 were some of the driest seasons on record in the Midwest. The drought conditions alone would have been enough to make Peshtigo a tinderbox, but the situation was made plenty worse by reckless logging practices that littered the landscape with dead branches and stumps. And so on October 8th, a storm front pushed into the upper Midwest with 100-mile-per-hour winds that whipped small wildfires into flaming cyclones that hit Peshtigo without warning. Many of these town survivors spent a hellish night in the Peshtigo River, flanked by walls of flame.
Holy shit.
Dude.
Oh my god.
I'm trying, like, damn. Like, you gotta leave your home that you made it, your homestead. Like, you made that shit.
Yeah.
Just go spend the night in a river, or else you'll just die. And there's, like you said, walls of flame each side. Just like, I hope this stops soon. Fuck.
Couldn't they just use the river water and just
Stab it.
Collectively, I think enough people could
Get a bucket.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking outrageous.
Just like that fire.
My last one was this big one, the campfire of 2018. November 2018, Northern California town of Paradise. This was the big one we had a few years ago.
Gotcha.
Where the skies were orange.
Look like Resident Evil up in this bitch.
Yeah, it did. I remember I went to go get a fucking haircut, and I was like, what the fuck? It's just orange. I took a picture. I was like, what the fuck? This looks like the movies when they're like, you know, this is in Mexico and everything's orange.
You're like, oh my god, the world's ending.
Really what it felt like, bro. Every day campfire smell, you know, and just orange. It's fucking bad. So yeah, started in the town of Paradise, which is fucking ironic. Yeah, and turned into a living hell. Deadliest wildfire in California history. So the late summer and fall are known as fire season, as we are well aware of now. Nobody prepared the communities of Paradise and nearby Concow for the violence and intensity of the campfire. This blaze was ignited on November 8th by a nearly 100-year-old electrical transmission line in the Sierra Nevada foothills above Paradise. They never suspected that problem, I guess. So a stiff wind pushed the wildfire rapidly downhill before many of the residents in nearby communities could escape. The speed of the wildfire at its peak intensity was calculated as 80 football fields a minute.
Holy shit.
That's moving.
80 football fields a minute?
Yeah, 80 football fields a minute in quotations. That, dude, nothing. You can't do anything about that. It's over.
I'm trying to think, like, that's just under one football field length a second.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shite.
So fast. Yeah. It took just 4 hours for the campfire to nearly erase the town of Paradise, claiming 86 lives and leaving more than 30,000 people homeless. More than 5,500 firefighters were deployed to fight the deadly blaze, which burned for 17 days.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was our most recent one.
I think I remember coming home on leave just after it cleared up.
Good timing.
Yeah. No, like, actually.
It was bad.
Because I was still in the military then, and I remember seeing all my friends' pictures of it when I had planned to come to California. Everyone was still talking about how the air was bad.
Mm-hmm.
But then I landed, and I had the very tail end of the smoke. So the smoke was still there, but it was clearing up already, and by the next day... I was like, oh wow,
back home.
Back home
in sunny California.
Yeah, right.
Meanwhile, 2 days before, everybody was like, what the fuck?
Damn, nature, you are scary.
You need to calm down, nature.
Nature's like, fuck you, I'll do what I want.
Fucking make me, bitch. No. Hey.
We're just kidding.
You want to see what a tsunami's like?
Fuck, right?
Oh,
I
man.
think for us, we're technically safe from tsunamis
Relatively, I'd say,
because
yeah.
the bay. Bay literally has breakage, has the whole range of mountains.
People on the west side of the bay.
Oh, they're fucked.
Not so much.
Yeah, you guys are getting smashed.
Yeah. Wow. It's I mean, like we all know natural disasters are bad just by name alone.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I mean, it's pretty hard to fucking just imagine how bad it really is.
We during our lifetime have never really dealt with something directly.
Mm-hmm.
The campfire one was as close to anything that we've experienced. Well, at least Matt has experienced. I came in late, a little bit afterwards, so I got lucky.
Yeah, I mean, what we had to deal with is just really, really bad air quality.
Right,
like,
not
really
breathable. Bad. You had to get like the filtration
N95 filter mask, which I know it was really fucked up timing. But we had planned the trip before. Me and Vanessa had gone to Portland, like in sort of the middle to tail end of this.
Mm-hmm.
When the riots and shit were happening too at the same time.
Mm.
And the air quality here was really bad, but it was double and like triple times worse in Portland.
Oh, for
in Oregon. It was
damn.
like here was like, yo, this is really unhealthy. There was like, don't go outside.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah. We've never dealt with it directly.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if we ever do, we're prepared enough to do so.
As much as we can be.
I know I'm not prepared for an earthquake one because I don't have an oh shit bag yet, or I don't have it completed.
Me neither.
But I do know that I want to work on one because an oh shit bag is
should always have a go bag.
Absolutely,
definitely.
Yeah, so those are all the natural disaster. Oh, most of the natural disasters that we could have talked about landslides and things like that, or I believe there's another one. I forget what it was.
Landslide.
There's a whole list that we had, but those were the big major ones that people tend to deal with throughout the year. Pretty common ones.
Yep.
They're all bad.
Yeah. Hence the name natural disaster.
You guys should definitely at least have a oh shit bag with you somewhere in your house, readily available and to grab whenever those things happen. Mm-hmm. Be safe out there.
Yeah.
Nature does not discriminate.
Yeah, she sure don't.
Not at all.
Equal rights for everybody.
Mother Nature is the great equalizer.
That's the quote you weren't going to say, but fit it in right at the end and it worked out.
Yeah.
It's a great quote for this episode. Because she is the great equalizer indeed.
Yeah. So we'll leave it at that. Thank you for tuning in for this week's episode. We appreciate you guys' viewage. Please go ahead, like, subscribe, share the episode.
Yeah, do all that.
Get the podcast known for those that like to be nerdy, want to talk about nerdy random shit. Also, don't forget to leave reviews. Those have been helpful. I've seen a couple reviews already, which is nice.
Oh, I haven't.
We're
gonna have to look at that after this.
Yeah. I saw a couple.
Not bad ones. All of them.
Well, they're the star reviews, so
okay,
they didn't really
good enough.
say anything.
Good enough.
Yeah, you guys can also comment on the videos. The comments are open. Just let us know what you guys like geeking out on. We'll talk about the stuff. And that is it for me.
It for me too.
What?
Next week we're gonna be looking into astrology a little bit. How did it start? More or less.
When did it get so popular?
Yeah. Maybe who first said, what's your sign?
Right.
Who's that guy?
When people decide on whether or not to date someone based off their sign alone.
Yeah. Oh, they're a Gemini. It's not gonna work out.
Red flag.
Red flag. The stars aren't aligned. The house of Venus is in retrograde. It's all fucked up.
We're gonna start talking about stones and shit.
Yep. We're gonna start getting crystals. Yeah. So that's what we're looking at, because I've never been I never bought into it entirely, but But I always liked the idea of like, the star sign you were born under and shit,
I have reasons why I buy into it a little bit.
Well, we'll find out.
And we'll find out next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Don't forget to tune in next week.
On Toonami.
Toonami, the guy, the man.
The GOAT.
Man. Anyway, so, bring your fucking, bring whatever the fuck sign you are next week.
Bring your crystals, bring your sage.
Bring your crystals, bring your sage. Bring your smudge, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Bring your activated quartz or whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah.
Bring all that shit next week because we're gonna get a little astrological.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to it.
Me too.
Good. I hope so. 'Cause if you weren't, then
Then why the fuck are we doing?
then oops. Yeah. So that is it for me and for us this week. Other than that, we'll see you next week and later, Tate.
Every time you get it, next week on Big Effin Nerd.
I'm gonna have to do that next time.